We rolling? Hey guys, so I'm super tired because last night was my homeboy Daniel's birthday party, and I stayed out till 3:30 in the morning and still got up at 8 o'clock to go let out my uncle's dog. I want to do a quick vlog because I'm at a spot in the process on GREYWOOD'S that I think would be really fun to talk about. I kind of started talking about it already, talking about the index cards, but they're finished. They're 100% done. I have all of my index cards. And with GREYWOOD'S, we're going to be using these super extensively. We're doing it more like a mumblecore movie. We don't really have a full script. We have scenes scripted out. We have kind of like monologues scripted out and stuff like that. But the general plot is all going to come from improv and just figuring it out as we go. The first thing I do when I'm working on a project, which this is something I didn't really talk about much, but I do a beat sheet. Basically lays out in length of pages in a script, which then translates to number of minutes, everything that's going to happen. The whole movie is laid out right here on these beat sheets from beginning to end. When I finish a beat sheet, the first thing I do is actually print it off, and then I sit down and scribble all over it, like this. GREYWOOD'S beat sheet is actually 3 pages long, 2.5 pages long. So essentially the process becomes create the beat sheet, figure out the whole movie from beginning to end, act structure, B storylines, these different elements of like stating the theme, setup, catalyst, debate, breaking into the second act, B story. One of the important elements of the beat sheet for me is defining all of these breakdowns of moments, especially the stuff that's like the all is lost moment, which is the moment that the character we're following loses everything. The reason why you want to see them succeed or fail, depending on the movie. From the beat sheet, then I immediately go into my cards. My index cards become my Bible for the movie. They become the thing that I go to for scripting. And at the beginning, it's laying out these cards that have the general idea of scenes that I'm thinking of. And then the beauty of them is I can move them around. I can go like, oh, this scene doesn't work here. Let's move that over here. I originally written a scene into GREYWOOD'S where the boys go to a hotel room and have a conversation. I cut the scene when we decided not to stay at a hotel. It actually makes sense for them to get into the woods quicker than going to the hotel to have this conversation. If instead they immediately get into the woods, it gets us into the heart of the movie much faster. So that's the beauty of the index cards. This is the starting point. These are the 2 things I do first before any script, any movie, even short films. I do this same concept of breaking it down into structure and figuring out how it's going to work. If you have any questions about the beat sheet or the index cards, feel free to ask. I love talking about it, and I'm totally open to discussion. Or if you want to tell me, like, that's stupid, you don't need to do a beat sheet, do it this way. I'm down to hear that, because any new ideas are awesome for me. Hopefully you found this informative. If you have any friends or family who would be interested in screenplay writing or making a movie or just watching me make a movie, let them know. If I can get more subscribers, I'll get a brand new website on here that is easier to follow. It'll be broken down into like vlogs, comics, and whatever else, or music or whatever, however it gets laid out, all the stuff I do. But it'll be much more succinct than just going through the blog that is the Patreon page. So I'd love to get to $100 a month. I think I'm at like 80 something, so that's not that far away. So I hope to continue these over the next vlogs. I have like 10 ideas of things to show for the process of GREYWOOD'S before we actually even get to being out in the woods and filming the shoot. Expect a lot more vlogs on the process of making GREYWOOD'S. And if there's anything that you'd like to see, let me know. Thanks for watching.